Hello, guys. This is Tasha Talk Truth. What I don't do nothing but speak the truth all day, every day. So let's get into it. Hello, everybody. This is video part two. Now, guys, I want to explain something before I start playing this video. I want y'all to pay attention to the dates, okay? When this video opened up, you're gonna hear my radio saying it is August the 20th, and Megan is singing like a canary. Okay, pay attention to those dates. Then later on in the video, she is going to speak about Megan's house and possibility of being robbed. And the date that she is going to speak on that is August the 20th. Okay, it's very important that y'all pay attention to these dates, because what is going on is this is the date that Millie was given some information allegedly by Tory's team. She ran the story. Megan said, look, I'm trying to spare you. You know, stop giving these blogs these fake stories. So what ended up happening was Megan just, had enough with Tory, okay? Had enough, because she's not really saying anything. She's not calling his name, but he's shopping these stories around because he's trying to, possibly, he was already trying to bribe them with money. So then he starts shopping these stories around. And so my radio was one of the people that got this story. And so when Megan had went off, that is why in this video you can hear in Millie's voice that she knows she was the reason why Megan snapped like that and said it was Tory. The fact that she has audacity to try to say, oh, I think the pressure got to Megan, bullshit. That was a whole bunch of bullshit. Talking about, she ain't talking to me because I don't lie. Girl, everybody lie. Everybody tells some sort of a lie. And honey, I could go back and play how many videos I done busted your ass with, and you didn't lie all over fucking internet about it. So don't sit up there and say that you don't lie, liar. Now anyway, guys, so what happened was she knows she was the cause of Megan, just coming out saying what happened. So Millie had to do damage control. And what she did was she attacked Megan. Okay, she has this thing where what she does is when she wants someone to believe her stories that she put out about someone, she plays the audio where she sees fit to stop and give commentary around it. Okay, you're gonna hear her say that with her own lips, her own mouth. And that is what she did to Megan, okay? She was stopping the video when Megan was talking, and then she was giving context around it, and she was trashing Megan, all right? But she went on a full-blown attack on Megan because she knows she was the cause of Megan coming out saying that it was Tory. And now my radio was trying to save Tory, okay? Because how did you go from the same day, you're saying that they were robbed? That was your scenario. But when Megan came out and said Tory done it, you did a whole 360. Now, like I said, pay attention to the dates, okay? August the 20th. Millie put her video out first, and then Megan came out later, and she snapped.
Y'all are so fucking ridiculous and hateful. Y'all are so hateful and jealous.
I'll get out the car. I'm done arguing. I don't want to argue no more. I'll get out. I'm walking away. This nigga from out the backseat of the car started shooting me. You shot me. I ain't get cut by no glass, but let me tell you why they saying that. When the police, because the people in the neighborhood, there's a witness. When the police came, because the neighbors called the police, this did not happen at Kylie's house. This happened damn near back at the house I was staying at. I was just trying to get home. We was 5 minutes away from my spot.
Right, you guys, it is Thursday, August 20th. Bitch, pressure. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Bitch, get the talking. That's what we want. We want a hoe to get on camera and start the yappity yap yap. Now, you know when you on to something when a nigga starts squealing like a mother.
Okay. She said that's what we want. We want a nigga to get on camera and start yappity yappity yap.
I'm sponsored by Duce.
Start talking.
Let's go ahead and ask Chanel.
Now, you telling me that she's not in cahoots with Tory at this time?
You will not say
oh, yes, she is.
Good than a bitch today.
Oh, yes, she is.
She don't look good today. Bitch, this might be the best I've seen.
This is what we want.
Look at the Chanel thing in the back.
This is what we want.
With them shoes. Look at that rich ass white.
Fucking pig.
Endorsements.
Megan brought her ass outside. Megan got on that live, baby, and she started singing like a fucking canary. All of a sudden, while everybody was minding their business, Megan goes on her Twitter and said, "Lie one more time, and I'ma stop fucking sparing you." Let me pull this message up. You know, this spur of the moment. So we're gonna get into the live, and we're gonna stop it when I see fit, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop her when I feel like she lying or contradicting her motherfucking self or saying something that don't make no sense. That's what we're gonna do.
All right. So we could be.
So let's go ahead and get into it. I want to give a special shout out to Mama M&T Uncut. That's the page that I'll be playing this video from today, and we'll be pausing it, like I said, as we see fit, so I can just say what I gotta say, and then we're gonna open up the phone lines and get ready for work tomorrow. That's what we're gonna do. All right. Shout out to the Shade Room. Megan said, "Lie one more time, and I'ma quit sparing you." Everybody.
This video is fair use.
To start, tagging me. Talking about she's talking to me. That big ass bitch ain't talking to me. No, she ain't. My @ is @MILAGROGRAMZ. Megan know what the fuck my Twitter name is. Megan not talking to me. Cause I don't lie.
Oh, Lord.
She been and looked in the mirror and said that to her damn self before she said it to me. Oh no, she ain't talking to me. I'm not offended. Cause that shit don't apply. I ain't lied about a motherfucking thing. On you, nigga. So, lie one more time and I'ma quit sparing you. Bitch, I was confusion. I said, now what the hell is she talking about? Let me tell you something. Do I think that pressure got applied by Mob Radio? Yes. But I'm not gonna take all the credit. Let me tell you why. Because Hollywood Unlocked came out today. See, I read shit when it comes out. I read it all. So we had already known what the LA Times said. So everybody else gets a tardy slip because they decided to read the article, and they found that the article did not back up what Megan was claiming per the LAPD. The LAPD gave a statement on Wednesday and said that they have no reason to believe she was shot in her feet. That's what they said. So Hollywood Unlocked posted it, and it got crazy comments calling Megan a liar. I'm showing you DJ Academics. DJ Academics posted it. It got posted 3 hours ago. It's at 25,000 likes. You see that name, Mid Jordan? That's ToryLanez creative director. He liked the post. So it had thousands of comments on Academics page calling her a liar. The Savoy Show, one of my favorite pages, they posted about it. Everybody in the comments was calling her a liar. People are all on Twitter calling her a liar. Like, everybody is on her motherfucking head. I think that the pressure of all of those people calling Megan a liar and that energy coming towards her, I think that it like made her crack. And to me, it revealed the true nature of Megan. If Megan was ever loyal and down and this is what I believe in and this is how I'm built and this is what I stand for, so that ain't what I'm gonna do, then it wouldn't have mattered what nobody said. If you wasn't never gonna say ToryLanez's name, then you never was. All you did was play your hand and show everybody how narcissistic you are. You cannot stand that people were not liking you. You've been used to people liking you. And
first of all, I want y'all to pay attention when she says you've been used to people like ToryLanez regurgitated the same thing in that live. Now this is the kicker thing. That's her manipulation. The fact that she said I was trying to spare him But when something tragic happened, and then you sitting back watching what the person is doing, and then you got your family, your loved ones is talking and saying, no, this is not right. You need to report him and turn him in. You start to change your mind. I don't understand what's wrong with this scallywag. Why she don't understand that people are allowed to change their minds. Okay? She don't get that. But she's the only one can change her mind. She don't get that.
Praising you. You haven't been used to people coming in droves really saying, oh, wait a minute now. You saw your career flash before your motherfucking eyes and you didn't like it. Bullshit. Ain't no reason why. Let's call it out. Let's call it out. Ain't no reason why Megan had this shit happen on July 12th and we are at the end of August and people have been worried about this girl. Asking this girl what happened, like just speaking, like just sending her messages, and you decide on August 20th, after the DA presses the issue, and after the LA Times say, baby, you might not be telling the truth. You wait till then to go ahead and say Tory Lanez did it.
That's not true. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. She came forward and said something. It's because when Tory people sent you that information and about her house, nobody knew that it happened 5 minutes from her house. Everybody thought it was Kylie's house. Even you, Mrs. I graduated. I have a diploma in I have a degree in criminal justice.
The LA Times said that the stallion on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, posted and then deleted an image on Instagram that she said showed the result of her being shot as she walked away outside of the residence of a Hollywood Hills mansion. Okay? That's what was said. So whose mansion was she walking outside of? Because it was said that Megan was barefoot and we know that she had left Kylie's house. So whose house was she outside of? So I wanted to know. And that is where we begin today, okay?
Here's Millie, acting like, she's just, she's a brainiac, and she came up with this conclusion all by herself. The thing about it is, nobody knew that this happened by Megan's house, okay? Nobody knew, all right? That's why I said there was some information that was given to her, because right before she did this video, guys, she had already did a live. She was giving information as she was ending her live, because she was saying that this happened by Kylie house, and she was giving out all these scenarios, and she was like, oh, wait a minute. She started screaming and shit, talking about, it's about Megan. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go. I'll be back. She came back 45 minutes later, okay? And then she comes up and pretends like she has put all this together. You know what? I want to bet, and I bet you that this happened by Megan's house. Yeah, because somebody from Tory Kemp gave you the information. Guys, I'm trying to find the video before this video, okay? Because everybody knows who watch my radio, she has never said that this happened by Megan's house, okay? And this is the reason why Megan came out and snapped, okay? Because Tory team is giving these bloggers information to clear up his name. Why would they be giving out this kind of information to make it seem like that this woman was robbed? You're going to hear her speak about saying that Tory probably accidentally shot her. Let me tell you something. Everything that Mob Radio had said about this case, we all know none of it was true. None of it was true. But what she did was she brought doubt and did a smear campaign against this woman that caused the general public to attack her. And every damn thing that this woman has said wasn't true at all. She got this information from someone else. From someone else. And it's really crazy.
I am here to argue at this point in time, on August 20th. I'm here to argue that Megan Thee Stallion left Kylie's house and went back to the home that she had been renting since the end of 2019, and that maybe that home was being robbed. And in the midst of fleeing that home with Tory Lanez and Kelsey, this shit happened. Somebody made a phone call and they were pulled over. I'm going to show you exactly why I think that. Okay. And we're going to talk about, dates and the video and just everything that was going on. So let us go ahead and get into it. So let's go back to July 7th. We know that WAP came out, but we don't know exactly when everything was filmed.
Now, y'all remember in my last video, I told you guys that she was upset at Megan because Megan worked with Cardi B. You're going to hear her talk about the WAP video. Okay? So all of this was together. So let's think about it. She already said that if this video come to fruition, she's done with Megan. It was confirmed that they were doing it was confirmed that they were doing the video. Okay? And then all of a sudden, we start seeing this attack. She's the one who put out there in the atmosphere. She didn't get shot. That was glass. Megan shot her own self. All of these things that she put out here and people ran with it. And I think that there will be, it looks like that there's going to be some people going to be prosecuted. Some people going to be getting some lawsuits here pretty soon. And I believe she's the top one on the list, allegedly. Alrighty, guys, I want to end this video because I'm done with this part, but I will be back with more videos because it just goes to show you, like, I could keep going on and on and on. You know what? I really want to do a live. I want to pull up everything in a live and just show y'all step by step what I'm talking about, y'all. What I'm talking about. This woman here is dangerous. Dangerous.
And the reason why I say robbed is because the robbery department is what's being is what's investigating this case. And that's on the LAPD website. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into WAP. I have every reason to believe that Megan was shot literally the hours after finishing up rapping for the WAP video. And why in the fuck am I gonna say that? Well, I'm gonna show you. Okay? At the very latest, WAP was being filmed on July 7th. Shout out to Shakana who just left that comment. July 7th. Suki Anna went online on Instagram on July 7th and she said, y'all slept on the wrong one because I always got a ratchet banger. That's why I'm an underdog and my name still holds weight. Pay attention to Suki Anna. I want you to look at Suki Anna's hands and I want you to look at her nails. Look at her hair and look at her makeup, okay? I'm going to play this video and then I'm going to mute it because the music is playing. Look at her earrings. Look at her necklace. Look at the jewels in her hair, okay? And if you pay attention to her hands, you'll see that she has on the outfit that she wore in WAP, okay? And let's let this video go ahead and play out so that y'all can see her hands. Take a look at her hands. And just as a reminder, let's go ahead and show everybody, what she wore in the video. Here we go. So this is what Suki Anna ended up wearing in the video. So on July 7th, filming was taking place. You see the earrings, you see the necklace. Let's press play. Motherfucking. Okay? And so when you guys watch it, you see the nails, you see, you know everything about Suki's look, then you know that was that same day. Okay? So let's go ahead and move on. This picture went viral on social media the next day. That was July 8th. And it had Mulatto, Ruby Rose, and Suki Anna. So I believe that those three did filming on the same day, which was July 7th. And I think that they all came out for that. If you go to Mulatto's page, around that date, she has this wig on her head and her nails are also the same, which indicates that around that time, that was her look, and she 9 times out of 10 was filming on that day. Let's go to Megan on the 11th, going into the 12th, okay? Let's take a look at what Megan has on her Instagram page. I want to focus on Megan's nails and her hair, but let's go ahead and get into the nails. So if you pay attention to Megan's nails, you'll find that the nails that she has on July 11th on her page, you know, are some nails that are in the music video. And I'm going to show you. Let me go ahead and pull up a picture. So in the WAP video, okay, Megan had this look, and take a look at her nails. Now take a look at Megan's nails as she was poolside with Kelsey and some other friends. Take a look. You see her nails? Those are the same nails. Okay? Same nails. Take a look. Let's go ahead and remove this here. Okay, so those are the nails. Let's get into Megan's hair. Okay? Let's get into Megan's hair. Let this load up. All right, you guys, take a look. This is on Megan Thee Stallion's page. Take a look at Megan's hair in this scene. You'll notice that her nails are the same. And then pay attention to her hair. It's a nice, you know, mid-length wavy wig. Okay? Let's check out Megan at the pool. And I want to mute this. But if you take a look at Megan at the pool, and this is on July 10th, 2020. Megan, in my opinion, has on the same wig that she had on in the WAP video in that scene. Same nails, but also, I feel like that's the same wig. Because I feel like, you know, they had done some filming that day. So this wig right here, in my opinion, is the same hair right there. Absolutely. So I feel like filming was still taking place on that day. Let's go ahead and get into this right here and get a date check. I apologize. I'm not begging yet. Kalon, he went online, and on July 9th, he posted this video. On this video, you can see Megan Thee Stallion, Kelsey, and all of them. And you see the hairstyle. So I'm going to say that on July 9th, around that time is when they were filming those scenes. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into Megan's hair on the 11th. When we get into Megan's hair on the 11th, you'll notice that on the 9th, Megan had a short hairstyle. And by the 11th, she had on a different wig. If Megan was just chilling, didn't have anything to do under quarantine, why would she be changing her wig within the span of 2 days? You know, nothing's wrong with it, you know? Okay, I'm willing to bet that this wig is the same wig that she used in some of those updos for the video. And when they pressed her hair flat, I'm willing to say that allegedly this will be that same wig. And so I think that those final looks with those hairstyles and those nails and shit like that, they were filmed, you know, closer to that. And I think that that's exactly how Megan ended up at Kylie's house. I think that the other ladies, Sukiana, Mulatto, and Ruby Rose filmed on one day, but Kylie was a surprise. Nobody could know about Kylie. And even if they knew about Kylie, you don't just come over here and fuck with Kylie. You're not just around her. So it was more private. And I think that those scenes filmed, you know, maybe last. They went ahead and shot that. That's something that's quick. And so I think that maybe upon wrapping up, okay, that's when they went over to Kylie's house, maybe to celebrate. They say she switched up her hair every day. Well, at the end of the day, we can see some of those hairstyles in the music video. Okay? So, like I said, I feel like, you know, she filmed separately. Now, let us go ahead and get into what I feel like happened after that. I think that Megan and Tory and them were at Kylie's house around 2 o'clock in the morning. We know that it was around 2 o'clock in the morning because it was on live and people can time check it. I think that after that, Megan and them went home. That's what I think. And why do I think Megan and them went home? How do I know where Megan was? Like, why would I say some shit like that? Well, let me show you exhibits A through E. I got some exclusive information from a source who wants to remain anonymous, but they're remaining anonymous while I show you receipts, okay? So this right here is a photograph. And what I'm showing you is proof that I know the location of where the home was. That's what this is about. So as you can see, this is a photograph on the left of the home. And on the right, this is a picture from Megan's Instagram, okay? And you can see the same steps up to that tub back there. You can see that the floor is the same. You can see that you know, that little glass bullshit on there is the same. All of that stuff. The window has a covering, but you see that that's the same shape. Let's go ahead and get into another photograph. One moment while I pull these different things up, please. This is another picture. On the left, you can see the railings. And then you can see on the right, this is a picture from Megan's Instagram. This is her standing there. You see that that's the exact same. You can see the design. You can see all of that stuff. The trim, the height of it, everything. That's the same. I'm pulling up something else. Give me one moment. On the left, you can see the kitchen of the property. If you notice on the right, this is from Megan's Instagram. You can see that the roof, you know, the top of it, that shit right there, all that fancy shit, you see that's the same. And then you see the lights. The lights are the same, okay? I didn't take the time to go and pull up the cabinets and shit, but if you care to look, you know, you'll find that the countertops and the color of the counters, the cabinets and all of those things, those are the same. Give me one moment. And once again, this is just proof that I'm aware of, you know, the location. I will not show the location, but I'm aware of the location. Okay, and then last picture. This is just her standing outside. You can see where Megan is standing up above her. You can see the railing. You can see the trim. Take a look on your left. You can see the railing. You can see the trim. If you care to, you know, compare this to the pool from where Megan has been outside and recording lives and stuff like that, then you'll see that all of that matches up. Let's go ahead and remove this. So, since the end of last year, Megan has been staying, you know, at that location. Now, allegedly, you know, Megan has left that location. Megan has left that location. And I think that that's attributed to this robbery thing and not feeling safe. But we'll get back to that in a moment. And we're back. Mob Court TV. So, Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion did a live together. Let's go ahead and pull that up. Because I know the location of the home and I've shown you different parts of the home and I know what it looks like, I can tell you that when Megan Thee Stallion appeared in this video in April of this year with Tory Lanez, that Tory Lanez was at the property that Megan had been staying at. So Megan had been comfortable around Tory Lanez in the space where she was. That means that Tory Lanez had that address and had been there. I'm willing to argue that that's why her security guard says that everybody knows why he wasn't present. Let's go on over to Rap Trapped and take a look at what Megan's security guard said when all of this shit went down. What was said was, if you know me and you know her well enough, not only do you know I wasn't physically present during Sunday morning's events, but you know why. If you don't know me or her well enough, she good. I'm here now. She'll never step foot outside again without me plus some niggas who don't aim at feet present. Okay? I think that everybody knows why he wasn't there. I think it's because Megan was safe and sound at home. I think that he was present and around just like everybody else when they were running around and they were out, you know, at Kylie's house. But when it was time for Megan to go home, he didn't need to be there. Now, I do not know anything to be a fact, but based on what I've seen and based on me trying to piece it together, based on what I, you know, have here, I feel like that's the reason why he wasn't there. Because Tory had already been to the house. You had already been comfortable with Tory. It was you, it was Tory, it was Kelsey. So, you know, I didn't need to be there. From my perspective, I feel like that's what's going on. And I feel like Megan may have given him the night off and said, you can go. because we just finna chill. This is what we finna do. That's what I think, okay? On that right there. Let's take a look at this. Now, I'm saying that Megan had been there since the end of last year, but I didn't have the patience to find a video that showed exactly when she started being there. So I went to the beginning of this year, and I think that that's sufficient enough to outline how long Megan has been comfortable in this home. This video, this live video, is from the kitchen of the same property that I showed you, and this is from March 17th of this year, okay? So at the very least, Megan has been at that place from March, okay, all the way to July, as far as we know. Now, what I'm going to show you now is Megan, and this is on her Instagram. You can find it. When Megan was promoting for WAP, Megan was, taking pictures outside, and this is what it looked like, okay? My sources told me that after everything went down, Megan immediately left the home. And I think that's why when Megan got on Instagram Live and did her first live video after the incident, she was in a new location. And if you pay attention to the way that this pool area looks, it does not look the same as the other one. I think that Megan moved locations. Megan, if you felt safe in that home, why are you no longer at the home that you had been in for months? For months. Why did you leave? You had been there all of that time. The whole year you had been in that house, Megan. Let's say allegedly for fun. But you had been in that house that whole year. But coincidentally, after what happened, you're no longer seemingly in that home. And sources say that you left immediately after. Now, if nothing happened at that home, what would be the threat at your home? What would be the threat there? Why would you need to leave that property if there was no issue at that property? Okay. Did Megan feel set up? Is that what she meant by betrayed? Is it because only certain people knew what the house was? Like Kelsey and like Tory? Did you feel like maybe the crime that was committed against you was on account of them at your home? And you knew that you hadn't given anybody your information? So that maybe you felt like maybe one of them did? The robbery department is investigating this case. Is that why you said you felt set up, Megan? I don't know. I don't know. But let's go ahead and get into the shell casings, okay? Let me read to you what TMZ reported as it pertains to shell casings, and they put this out on the 13th. As of 5:22 on July 13th, TMZ reported that we've learned that police have listed Megan as a victim in the incident. She was taken to a hospital immediately after Tory was arrested and treated for wounds to her foot. Not feet, but to her foot. Law enforcement sources also tell us that 4 shell casings were recovered from the scene outside the home. TMZ reported that shell casings were found per a source. But that's obviously a lie, because had they found shell casings, they wouldn't need to press, the issue to continue to investigate if she was shot or not. If there truly have been any shell casings found, then no one would need to push. We would have bullets, we would have shell casings that match those bullets, and we would have a victim who had bullet wounds. So when TMZ is sitting up here telling y'all that, law enforcement sources said they found 4 shell casings. Well, apparently, they haven't found shell casings that are relevant to this case. So that's irrelevant. I want you to dismiss that from your mind, okay? I want you to dismiss that from your mind. Now, what I want to do is go to where shots were heard. How do I know the location of where shots were heard? Well, because I got boots on the ground. Boots, nigga. Okay? I have boots on the ground, and there's an app. The same app that, had the footage that TMZ played, that I played, and that other outlets played, it came from this particular app. Let me go ahead and pull up intersections so you know that this shit is real, okay? because we are receipts based over here. Let's go ahead and get into it. So what you're looking at is correspondence from that app, from when everything was going on. And it says that the incident was reported at Courtney Avenue and Nichols Canyon Road. That's what it says. It says the address reported for this incident has changed to Hollywood Boulevard and North Formosa Avenue. So the incident was reported at Courtney Ave and Nichols Canyon Road. Somebody gave a phone call around that, at that intersection, around that spot. And then the place where they got pulled over at, that's the Hollywood Boulevard and North Formosa. That's what that location is. Let's get that off the screen. So in terms of where the shots were heard in conjunction with where they were pulled over at, let's go ahead and pull that up. Okay. Look at how close that is. The 1800 block. How do I know anything about the 1800 block? Why am I dismissing Courtney Avenue and Nichols Canyon Road? I'm starting there, around that spot, but I put in 1800 Nichols Canyon Road, and then I went to North Formosa Avenue and Hollywood Boulevard. That's what I got pulled over at. Well, if I go to the LAPD website online, they said the 1800 block, not that intersection. And I think that was to protect, the identity of Megan and her actual location. They said that on July 12, 2020, at approximately 4:30 a.m., Hollywood Division officers responded to the 1800 block of Nichols Canyon Road. The 1800 block of Nichols Canyon Road could be that whole road, is what you have to understand. They did not tell you a particular home. And considering who we're dealing with, it would make sense that they said that general area and not necessarily the exact point, in my opinion, if I were to explain why I think they didn't say the actual street that the home is actually on, okay? And the actual address of the home. They told you the block that they responded to. Now, if you pay attention, it says, while responding to the location, the officers observed a vehicle matching the description. So if I were to look at what the tip said initially, that it was 1800 Nichols Canyon Road, if the shots had taken place right there in that position, and then, somebody got a visual and the police responded, do you mean to tell me that in the 3 minutes that it takes to get there, and especially if they were, maybe speeding because they were, their adrenaline was pumping, the police pulled them over that fast? No. I'm going to tell you what I think happened. Now, let's go back to what the LA Times put out. Let me pull that up for you guys. Now, it says that on the night in July, LA police officers swarmed the home in the 1800 block of Nichols Canyon about 4:30 after receiving a report of gunfire. According to the LAPD, witnesses to the incident provided a description of a suspect and their vehicle. Officers stopped a vehicle matching the description and detained multiple people and eventually arrested Lanez, according to a statement. So you can't be at the house and responding and catching them at the same time. I think that police officers swarmed the home, and I think that they also pulled them over. I think that these were separate cars, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. I think that the people in the neighboring homes from where Megan was staying, I think that they saw, the vehicle fleeing. And I think that they had heard gunshots. And then I think that they made the phone call watching them go down Nichols Canyon Road. That's what I think happened. And I think that that's why they had time to pull them over where they did. Because the location from the actual home to where they got pulled over makes more sense. In terms of them getting pulled over, what we would consider to be quickly. Okay? So, let's go ahead and get into it. I want everybody to know that everybody's talking about a house party. On Nichols Canyon Road, there is no parking unless you live on a particular spot on that road. You cannot have parking. There are signs up and everything, okay? And go on Google Maps and you can look at it. No parking. So at most, you're going to have a car in the driveway. If you got a garage, a car in the garage, and maybe 2 cars on the outside hunched up together. Other than that, ain't no damn cars on that road. But the home where Megan was staying does have a nice drive up that does have space for cars. Let's go ahead and pull that photo up so you can see. I've already proved to you that Megan was in that home. So let's go ahead and pull this up. Give me 1 second. Okie dokie. So this right here is what it looks like in the front. That's a lot of space for some damn cars if anybody was having a party. And if you look at a lot of the other properties on that street, everybody don't have all of this damn space. But this is one of the few homes in that area that on this literal street, in that literal area, that has, you know, this big ass space like that with all this room for cars. Okay? So if anybody was having a party, I'm willing to bet it was at goddamn Megan's house. But I would feel, you know, like the security guard would stay if it was what they consider to be a party. I think it's exactly what they said, leaving a home in the hills. That's what I think. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. Initial reports said that Megan was barefoot, and we know that she had on a bikini. I think that Megan was barefoot and had on a bikini because she was comfortable at the home that she had been staying at. That's what the fuck I think. Let's go ahead and get into another tip that was given on the same website. All right, you guys, let me make this smaller so y'all can see. So I blacked out the license plate, but it says go from the bottom to the top. That's the order here. A suspect's vehicle was last seen driving southbound towards Hollywood Boulevard. Okay? It says the suspect vehicle is described as a new model Cadillac Escalade with the license plate as follows. Okay? And then the police advised that the suspect is in custody. Let me go ahead and show you the location of the home in conjunction to, you know, them saying that they were seen going southbound. Okay? Because I think that, like I said, people saw y'all going southbound down that road and they told the police the direction that y'all were going because there's only one street at the end of that road, being Hollywood Boulevard. Okay? So I'm about to show you a photo of the street from where Megan was staying to where the call was made so you can see. And the only way to get away from that home is to go southbound on Nichols Canyon Road. Let me pull it up. All right, you guys, I wanted to make sure that I blocked out the address and the general location and all locations, you know, that were just fairly close in perimeter, okay? Just to still, you know, protect the location. You never know, somebody else wants their home. Who knows? So you can see that this is the Hollywood Hills area, which is where they said this took place. And I covered up the actual, you know, precise location. But as you can see, you see this road in blue? This right here, I'm looking at the comments. This road right here is the only road. This is the fastest route in a car. And this is the only way that you can go at that point. And this is the road that was being traveled down. So that blue line that extends, that's the longest from top to bottom. Okay, that's going southbound. So coming from that home, going down that road, you're going southbound. I'm willing to argue that quite possibly, allegedly, a robbery took place at the home. And that they flee the scene. Maybe the glass that she felt like might have gotten in her foot came from a broken window at the home. Who knows? I can't say. All I know is maybe they got in the car in a rush, not expecting to go back out, which is why Megan still had on what would have been a wet bikini from Kylie's house in the middle of the night with no shoes. Megan got pulled over with no shoes on. Kylie didn't have on no shoes. That means that they could have been leaving in a rush. Tory did not have on a shirt when they got pulled over. So maybe these people had been back at the house and were comfortable. And maybe that's why they didn't have on what we would consider to be proper clothing for being out and about, going from one house to another. Who you know all up in the pool that don't want to go wash their ass afterwards? Are y'all telling me that Megan was all up in Kylie pool and went to another party after getting out the pool with the same wet bikini on without washing her ass and putting on some clothes or something? Does that make sense? So I think that they went back to the house. And maybe upon getting back to the house, maybe somebody breaks in or maybe somebody was already there. Who knows? I'm just telling you what could have happened. The robbery department is investigating. So somebody stole something, okay? So the thing says, look on your left. A suspect's vehicle was last seen driving southbound towards Hollywood Boulevard. I'm willing to argue, like I said, that the neighbors in that area heard the gunshot and knew as they saw this Escalade probably speeding down this road that they're going towards Hollywood Boulevard. They're headed southbound. This is 4:30 in the morning. Somebody all the way down here on Nichols Canyon Road by Courtney Avenue, they wouldn't have heard no bullet if it went off over at this house. And nobody told you. The police department did not tell you they found shell casings. So I want to dismiss shell casings. We have suspicion of shots fired. That's it. Go to the LAPD website. Suspicion of shots fired. That's what they came out to investigate. They have no proof that shots were actually fired. You understand? I hope that you're keeping up. Nobody has proof that there were shots fired. A call was made that said that shots were fired. Nothing less, nothing more. Okay? Somebody put in a call and that's what happened next. Now, reports say that they were headed east on Hollywood Boulevard. Let me go ahead and pull up that receipt. Because they were able to apprehend these people because of the witnesses. The witnesses were correct. So let's take a look at this receipt. There says that it was a shooting on Nichols Canyon Road. The suspect drove east on Hollywood Boulevard, but they were caught at Fuller. The woman is expected to live. I'm about to show you that the hospital that Megan ended up at was in the other direction, to the west. Where were y'all going? Where were y'all going? So wait a minute. If you finally get your wits about you and you're headed to the hospital, for example, because Megan said that she was outside of the car. So I think you were outside of the car, like they said, outside of the house. And then I think y'all went and got in the car. But witnesses saw y'all heading east on Hollywood Boulevard. Let me show you the location. The location of the arrest to the hospital. And I'm going to show you that it's to the goddamn west. Okay? Do you see direction number 1? Head west on Hollywood Boulevard towards North Poinsettia Plaza. So why did anyone ever see y'all going east? The hospital is the other way. Were y'all maybe just going to get bandages? Cedars-Sinai Hospital, and I want to make sure you understand that that's the location. Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, that's the address to it. So from the location, North Mimosa Avenue on Hollywood Boulevard, from where they were to where the hospital is, baby, that's the other way. So if y'all not from there and y'all trying to figure out, oh damn, we need some help, wouldn't y'all have GPS the hospital and known exactly where y'all were going? I mean, seems like to me, it wasn't about getting to the hospital or you being in immediate danger in that way that, caused you to need medical attention. I don't feel like you were as concerned with that. I don't. I think you were treated for a foot injury, like they said. But they took you that way. That's not where y'all were apparently going, allegedly. Let's go ahead and get this off the screen. So, where are we now? Well, we are here. I don't know what happened to Megan. Something took place. But I don't think that Megan is being honest. And I think that Megan was doing some promo. And I think that she exaggerated her injuries. I'm trying to understand, if this is my theory, why would ToryLanez get thrown under the bus? Why would Kylie get thrown? Do you understand that people are accusing Kylie? They're saying that this happened outside of Kylie's house. Megan ain't said nothing. If Megan was having a party at her house, we were under quarantine. You weren't supposed to be having no party. Were the witnesses party goers? What was going on? Like I said, I think that security left because they were at the house. Tory had already been there. Kelsey had already been there. Everybody was feeling comfortable. I think that maybe Megan felt set up, like she said, by her friends. Pop Smoke died in that same area. If you go and statistically, look at the crimes that take place, robberies are number 1 for that area. Maybe Megan let her feelings cloud her judgment. I don't know. But Megan is allowing, other people to get blamed when I think that she has a very pivotal role in whatever took place. And the whole point was, the area in which the calls came from, it's not a coincidence that Megan was staying in a home literally within a mile. That's not a coincidence. So I'm willing to argue that it was Megan's house that they were leaving. That's what I'm willing to argue. Now, everybody claiming they got exclusive this, exclusive that. Bitch, I showed you proof I knew Megan was staying up in that motherfucking house. So as far as I'm concerned, this has been the most reliable account of what in the fuck may have happened. And in terms of, you know, what Kelsey's mom had to say. Maybe she felt like Megan be telling people where she be at. And maybe her mom felt like Kelsey was getting blamed. Who knows? I don't know these goddamn people. I don't know what the hell they thinking. But all I know is something ain't right. Now, I'm going to beg for money. And we're going to talk about these pre-rolls. And I'm going to open up the phone lines. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Re-examine. I love what LeRon just said. I love what LeRon just said. Now, pay attention, everybody. He said, she'll never step foot outside without me plus some niggas who don't aim at feet present. Maybe they laughing at him and saying, nigga, it wasn't that you were trying to hurt her, so ain't no ill will towards you in terms of you tried to do something to her. But maybe she ended up getting hurt because that nigga was trying to aim at the other nigga feet. But maybe Tory didn't want to hurt nobody if he shot the gun. Maybe the security guard is saying, if we come through, nigga, we gonna actually do something. Maybe they're highlighting how she wasn't protected by Tory.
And by the way, everything that this woman has investigated, this DA have investigated, every story she put out has been debunked and was not true. Look at the Kaylin, look at, what is his name? Carl. Look at all the stories she put out. She said that Cardi B wasn't married. You know, just all of, you know, she lied on Tasha. And all these stories that this lady has put out have been debunked and wasn't true at all. Just like this one, you know, you are the reason why she came forward. Plus, on top of it, don't forget she went to the hospital. Detectives are not stupid. And there's another thing I want to speak about. My radio said, why, when Megan got over by the police and the ambulance, why didn't they take her to the hospital in the ambulance? Why did they take her to the hospital in the squad car if she was shot, if she was injured? Let me tell you something. The police don't give two damns about black people, and they don't care about certain things. All they care about is solving a crime. And so even though Megan was shot, but she said she had cut herself on some glass. They think it's glass. The medics checked her out. Why do you, and when I would hear Megan's mob radio say, why didn't they take her to the hospital? The ambulance was right there. If she was if smart, and let me tell you something, this case right here, let me know how uneducated Millie is about the police, the law, the hospital, the way things work. When the police is suspicious of something, Tory had a gun, he was like, he was getting locked up. These are celebrities out here. They real, and Megan said she got cut by glass, and the ambulance, you know, wrapped her up, bandaged her up. But let me tell you something. The detectives are not stupid. They knew something was wrong. That is why Megan rode in the squad car. That's why she rode in the squad car, because they wanted to investigate and talk to her. You ain't never seen somebody injured and they rode in the detective car to the hospital? Well, I have plenty of times. All right, guys, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, and I will be back with another video. Bye-bye.